God can't elevate a man who still entertains sin, right? And this was my biggest struggle for so long, because for me it was porn, right? That was the sin that I kept entertaining, because I would hear these people say that it's okay. It's okay if you do it once a week. It's okay if you do it twice a month. Like whatever it may be, I always heard these weak men justifying sin. Right? Oh, it's okay. We fall short. We all fall short of the glory of God. Go out and sin. Do it a little bit. Drink. And I used to be like, I always had huge goals, huge ambitions. Another one that got a hold of me was going out and drinking and partying. Right? I spent a few years of my life doing this, constantly drunk. And I was like, oh, it's only on the weekends. It's social. I'm not getting blackout drunk. Just constantly justifying it. Right? Constantly justifying scrolling, watching YouTube. Oh, it's the weekend. I'm just gonna watch a ton of Netflix today. Like there's so many things that like you know this. You've compromised before on a sin. I'm not the only one, right? That's why I'm making this video, because people have to hear it, right? But you've compromised on a sin. There's still that little thing that you feel like you're justifying. You know that you would cut out, right? And the reason I'm making this video is because oftentimes that thing that we're like hanging on with, that it's still in the back of our head. We know we should cut it off, but we're still hanging on to it. That's the thing that we have to kill, that will make the most progress in our life, that God wants to see the most, right? Because when it's that hard to leave something behind, it shows that it's above you and your relationship with God. Because we know that the drinking only on the weekend is blinding you from the purpose God has for you. Like, we're not called to go out and drink. It doesn't matter if it's 1 time, 2 times a month. Right? We're never called to go do that. We're never called to watch porn. We're never called to entertain lustful thoughts, to scroll on Instagram and not give the action, but still looking at things that you shouldn't, right? We can't compromise. As men, we cannot compromise. As anyone who's living for God, we can't compromise for these tricks, the deception that the enemy gives to us. We can't compromise from the worldly things, right? So I want to start this off with James chapter 1, verse 14 through 16, because this talks about the little compromise, and the compromise is the seed to destruction. Every tree to grow, like something that has to grow into your life, obviously to destroy your life, something has to grow big. Every compromise is a seed planted. Without like having a seed planted, the temptation can't grow. These things can't grow, obviously. But all it takes to plant that seed, whatever it is just the compromise. And once you've compromised it, once you're deciding to still leave that little sin in your life, then the tree's going to grow no matter what. It's going to overcome anything. It's going to overcome your discipline. It's going to overcome whatever. I don't know what you think, why it's okay, right? For me, it might have been different reasons, but no, it's just not that bad. Everyone does it. It's normal, right? That was for me. But that little voice that was telling me all these things was enough to destroy my life, was enough to get me addicted to porn, was enough to make me, boom, just on the weekends turned into 4 or 5 times a week that I was drinking, right? Having hookup culture. But it's besides the point. James chapter 1, verse 14. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. Do not err, my beloved brother. Right? So when the lust hath conceived it, that's the seed planting, and that conception, when that seed is conceived, that's the compromise. And I see way too many men compromising with sin nowadays. Like there's guys who, on my stories, I post 50 push-ups every single morning. I see like showing myself workout, eating all these things. And there's guys who like come into my life telling me that I don't have to take things so seriously. When I talk about God on my Instagram, you can go in the comments, oh, it's not that serious. Like, it is that serious. Everything is that serious. He that is faithful with least is also faithful with much. That's from Luke chapter 16, verse 10. So we have to show God in every single thing we do. And the second, even if we go 1% of our lives living in worldly lust, it shows that 1% is above God. Like the smallest thing in your life that's hard for you to push away right now, the thing that's in your mind right now when I'm talking about it, that's the thing that you have to kill. That's the thing that you have to destroy. That's the biggest thing holding you back from truly seeing God. It's like you want to give it all to God, but there's this one little thing holding you back. Kill it. That's compromise. And that's the seed of destruction. That little compromise will pollute the vessel that God is trying to use you for. It will blind God's purpose for you. Right? So scrolling lustfully, just scrolling, oh, but I only scroll 15 minutes a day. Bro, cut it off. You shouldn't be scrolling at all. right? Gossiping. Oh, I only gossip with certain friends who I know will keep, whatever it may be, cutting corners, right? Doing shortcuts. It doesn't matter. Any single thing, one of these things that you know you shouldn't be doing, every single time that you give in, it's polluting the vessel that God has for you. You are putting it over God. And I'm not saying you, for me too, right? But I'm saying in your life, that one little thing that you think about when I'm saying and making this video, that's what you have to cut out, right? And what helps us cut us out, like what you're feeling right now, is that conviction. So I want to go to John chapter 16, verse 8. Like I say in all my videos, breathe a little bit while I flip to the thing, because I'm not editing it just because people don't want to sit through a little bit of page flipping. But be intentional. But this little conviction that you might feel when I'm talking about these little compromises, that's the Spirit's warning sign. That's how you know that that's the thing that you have to get rid of, because that conviction is there, right? And when we have God in our lives, we will feel that conviction with so much. And when he is come, he will reprove the world of sin and of righteousness and of judgment. Right? So conviction isn't condemnation. That's not what it's saying, but it's saying reproving the world of sin. It's protection. It's protection. Providing us this protection. That's what the conviction is. That warning sign. It protects us from the seed of destruction. You have to kill it, brother. You have to kill it. There's no room for watching porn once a week. Like, how much of an idiot was I to be justifying that? I went to school the other day, and there's this kid who I've talked about him in the videos, in a few videos. But like every time I see him, like he's a dope kid. He's my dog. His name is, I'm not going to say his name, but every time I look at his computer, he's looking at like some girl dancing on TikTok or some girl on Instagram. Like seriously, I went on YouTube to type in my channel name to show him my channel, because he was asking about it. So shoot, you might even be watching, and this might be you, right? But, and I'm going to tell you this again, brother, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help brothers out. That's why I built a whole community. It's called the Forge Brotherhood. It's this community that I built out specifically for ambitious Christian men. We do group calls. I dropped hours and hours of modules and courses, but we just come together to hold each other accountable, to be vulnerable and open with each other. Top link in the description if you guys want to be a part of that. But, you know, this guy, I would always see him. And then I was like, dude, you have to cut these things out. You have to cut out these things. And here he was compromising, justifying it to me. He pulled up like studies from Healthline on why it's okay to masturbate once a week, right? It's healthy, it regulates your mood. Like these little things. And I don't know if he felt that conviction, but when you have God walk in your life, you know deep down what you should cut off. And you can't be elevated by God when you're still entertaining that thing. You can't claim to be fighting against lust when the door of lust is still cracked open. Like imagine, you can see that little sliver of my closet door open. Lust can go in and out of that. That's all the enemy needs to keep you distracted, to keep you falling into the same sin. The enemy's smart, bro. He knows how to get you. If all he has is like one opportunity every single day to get you down, eventually he'll get you down. He's smart. The enemy is smart. He knows exactly how to attack you. He knows exactly how to tempt you. So don't be fooled. You have to close the door completely. And that's why God feels silent. That's why God, feels distant. Because we don't hear God. These lusts, these worldly pleasures that we want to compromise and chase, they blind us from the purpose that God has for us, right? So that's where we literally have to cleanse our spirit. I'm going to go to 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 21. It says, if a man therefore purge himself of these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use and prepared unto every good work. So to be used by the master, right? God, right? The title of this video is God Can't Elevate You. Well, how does he elevate you? Right? Well, you have to be sanctified. You have to be this vessel of honor, Ask yourself, when you're compromising with these things, are you honoring God? Because the answer is probably no. You can't honor God when you're still like honoring these things more than God. Every single thing that you put above God, that goes against the will of God and you fall into, that thing is above God. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I have so many things in my life where I can think about and it's like, oh, this moment I put that over God. Self-improvement I put over God. The good things in my life, the physique, all these things, like I put these things over God. But he doesn't call us for that. He calls us to be sanctified, and he's the one who does it. He cleanses our spirit, right? And we have to be a vessel of honor. And that's how the master, that's how the Lord will use us for more. And I can promise you the purpose that God has for you specifically, right? God woke you up today on purpose with a purpose. The purpose that he has for you, brother, is greater than any other thing that your life can ever provide, that your own willpower can ever provide. It is God that provides the blessings in your life. You have to be this vessel of honor. And like isn't this masculine urge just to be the like, dude, I want to learn how to fight. I'm actually going to go to a kickboxing class on Sunday. I've never fought before, but I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to get jacked. I'm trying to be a good leader for the girl. I'm trying to study the word as much as possible. Cut off all the distractions. Like this is fire. I can feel God cleansing me because, a year ago, I was not in this position. All I wanted to know was the short-term desires. All I wanted to know was the next excuse that I would tell my brother on why drinking was okay socially, right? Like literally, I would justify. Prove myself why it was okay to watch porn once or twice a week. It's just BS. Be this man that God can use. Be this vessel that he can honor, or that you can honor God through. Right? How we do everything it shows God. And I'm not saying do everything with perfection. Of course not. We'll never reach perfection. But when we strive for perfection, we will find a point of excellence. When we strive to find God in every single thing you do, maybe it'll be hard. Maybe you won't see him in 100% of the things you do, but you'll see him in so much more than you're seeing right now, right? And that goes for my own life too. We're always distracted by these things. Music 24/7, podcast 24/7, and all of these distractions blind us from what God does. Even if it's not bad in and of itself. You're watching a biblical podcast. Well, that's compromise because you know deep down it's easier for you to turn on that podcast and read about the Bible or learn about the Bible than it is for you to actually get into the Word of God. But the hardest task for us at hand is usually what we have to do. Is usually like the thing that's going to move us forward the most. And that's the point of this video. Stop compromising. Cut the BS off. Strive to be this vessel of honor that your master, that the Lord can use for more. That you can walk in his purpose that he has for you. And that's the greatest way of life you'll ever live. You know how bad it feels. I know how bad it feels to continuously giving into sin. And you're still going to fall into sin. I still fall into sin all the time. Right? But the more we walk in the fruit of the Spirit, the more God can sanctify us, the more honorable we will be, the more of this good vessel that we will be, the more we can shine light on God, because people don't care about this word. People don't care what I'm talking about right now. Like you do, obviously, if you have this relationship with God, but if you don't have God yet, you go to the street, no one cares about this. People care about your actions. People care about how you make them feel. And boom, if you're making them feel good, if you're showing up with respect, if you're showing up to your job, doing everything properly, if you're being nice and kind to your mom and maybe she's not walking with God, and she's like, that's what happened in my life. My parents saw the change that God has done. And they see it through action, right? This is what we're called to be, a vessel of honor, right? So it comes down to consecration. So it's not being alone, but be set apart before being sent out. If we go to Joshua, we'll hit up the Old Testament. Oh, I thought I just ripped a page real quick, but I didn't. I have a page ripped, and it's so annoying. Joshua chapter 3, verse 5. And Joshua said unto the people, sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. When you sanctify yourself, the Lord will literally do wonders among you. Right? It's crazy. It's crazy. So literally consecrate yourself. Sanctify yourself. Excuse me. This is what we have to do. We have to be sanctified in the Lord. I was getting caught up. I have these 5 key words that I want to talk about to, it's like a mini script, just the things that I want to hit. Right? And I was reading half of the other verse real quick, but no, dive into this. Joshua chapter 3, verse 5. And Joshua said unto the people, right? And I'm saying this unto you. I'm saying this unto me, or Joshua is, sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. The Lord literally wants to bless you. The Lord has so much in store for you. He wants to see you win. He has this purpose for you, this great purpose, because he wants to see you walking in it. It's not this unachievable thing, but let the Lord sanctify you. Trust in him, lean in him more, submit to him more. Cut the BS away. Don't compromise anymore. Walk in this path with the Lord, brother. The Lord is on your side. He will nourish you. He will cleanse you. He wakes you up every single day. He gets your goals achieved. He gives you the opportunities to go out and attack. He gives you the blessings to make the most out of it. It all comes from the Lord. Don't get it twisted. And lean on him, submit on him for everything you do. Realize why you are at where you're at right now. It's solely because of the Lord, and he wants to elevate you. He wants to move you forward in life. He wants you to walk in this purposeful life filled with joy. That's what he has in store for you. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's like we have this boat, and sometimes the water that we're driving this boat in is so peaceful and just easy. It sails, it moves forward. Other times it rains, it gets a little harder. Other times there's big waves and obstacles that we have to get through. Other times there's thunderstorms, there's hurricanes. But imagine you have two choices: to walk in this wooden boat that can break at any second, like that kind of Minecraft boat with the two rows or whatever they're called, the paddles. Or you have this unbreakable, like kind of submarine that can get through anything, like this titanium submarine that nothing can break. That's God. That's the Lord. That's how our journey is. You'll still have all these like battles and things that you have to get through, but you won't break. You won't fold. The Lord is just continuously walking you forward, even when he's silent. That could be a sign. That could be, I don't know how the Lord works. He's so much smarter than me. I can't conceptualize why he does what he does. But I know for a fact, he wants to move you forward. He does. He does. But you have to take the steps, brother. You have to remove that little sin in your life that you can be entertaining. You have to, look. Close it. Close it. Close that door completely. That's what we have to do. Now nothing can get in between that. And that's what the Lord does, right? Luke chapter 16, verse 10. I said that I would talk about this. He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. And he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in the much. So the Lord can see you. If you're unjust, even in like the little things in your life, the Lord sees it. And this is Jesus talking. Like this is how Jesus says, right? So he sees you, God sees you. You being unjust with the least in your life, you're also unjust with much in his eyes. So why would he give you this big purpose that you can walk in when you can't even fold your clothes? When you can't stop watching Netflix? When you can't give up the hour of video games a day? And I'm not saying these are the things that you have to do, right? But cut off whatever you're justifying. If you're justifying the little sin in your life, what makes you think that God can entrust you with more? It's just like a godly woman. I use this example in every single video because this is like a real life example for me, and it's easier for people to conceptualize, right? Why would God entrust you with a godly woman to lead her down like this righteous path when you by yourself alone can't lead your own life into a righteous path? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why, if you can't do it yourself, why would God have you doing that for someone else? Like, as men, we're called to be leaders in that sense, right? So if you can't lead your own life, why would God entrust you with more things to lead? Do the bare minimum, brother. Attack the bare minimum. Live your life, like lead your life. Let God lead your life. Let him be in control. Let him show it and like fill these desires, because every single sin that we have, there's a small desire behind it. Oh, the love of money, for example, right? These guys, why do you want to make so much money? Oh, because of security. Well, if they can't find security in God, then that's an issue in itself, right? The sin that we have in our life, and I just use money as like an example. Everyone can grasp that. Like, oh, I want money for security. Well, that same security desire, God can fulfill. Every single sin, there's a little desire behind it. Ask yourself what that desire is and figure out how God can fulfill it, because God can fulfill every single one of our desires. He gave us the desires, and he gave those desires so we can get fulfilled from him, right? That's why God is so fulfilling. Kill the thing that's holding you back, and God will elevate you. God wants to see you win. God wants to bless you. He's given you this great purpose, and he wants you to go out and attack it. But you can't do it when you're blinded with that small little seed of compromise. God bless you guys. Like I said, I built out a community for ambitious Christian men. I dropped hours and hours of modules and courses. We do 2 group calls every single week. One in the like kind of evening, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The other 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's why it's from people all over the world, right? You got international guys from the UK, Denmark, Australia, all over the US, Ireland, Romania, just a ton of sick places. So we come together, and that way everyone can hop in a call. Full community as well through Discord. It's all connected through WAP, so that's the link that you'll see in the description. It's like $1 a day. It's crazy value. So many courses, fitness courses, killing lust, mindset habits, nutrition, case studies, Bible studies, theology, just a ton of it. Super, super sick. It's packed with value. Check it out. It's $1 a day. Cancel whenever you want if you don't like it, but I already know you're gonna love it. If you watch 20 minutes of this video, super sick. Let's go. God bless you guys. First link in the description to join the Forge. Let's go.